Okay, welcome back to Game Changers Academy. This is our April edition. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and all of my wonderful insights now that my mic has decided it's going to work again. But yes, we are going to start out with our third map of this series between Dart Monkeys and Randos. It has been close the entire way through map one did end up going in Rando's favor, but it was narrowly brought back.
Oh no, yeah, it's happened again. Jojo has been lost. Her mic has gone. She can definitely see me speaking right now, but her mic has once again died on us. But to recap what Jojo was saying, we said that Dart Monkeys were able to win out on Rando's map pick, and Rando's won out on Dart Monkeys map pick. So now we are headed over to the map that remains, which is going to be Icebox, a map that Dart Monkey had previously played the day before and were able to eventually win out against Team Mystic Venus, but they were off to an incredibly slow and rough start on that map, so hopefully they can come back a lot stronger on this third map in the series.
I can't imagine what's going on with my mic right now. I really just I'm at a loss for words basically
Uh,
literally, but yes, either way we are going to hop into Icebox, and some of the information that I have is Dart Monkeys did not have a great win rate on Icebox. They I believe it was at 50%, and that is not ideal when you are coming into your third map of a best of 3 matchup. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for them to kind of overcome that past history, especially when they already know that they dropped a map against randos in that group stage, and they've done the exact same thing here with one map going to each team. So either way, it's going to be a fight for both of these, though both these teams.
Oh no. Oh no. It is gonna be an uphill battle for both of these teams. I definitely think that you're right. And we will be headed into Agent Select in a very quick second. Sorry about the tech issues. Not sure what's going on there. But now, Icebox, we can expect to see the team composition from the side of Dart Monkeys. It was a very similar team composition to what they saw on Split. They had the Sage, for example, they had the Viper on Grimoire. Actually, actually cannot remember if they had the Viper. I think they had both the Viper and the Omen yesterday.
Yeah, I can't really remember which one that they did go for, but both picks are kind of prominent on Icebox. Viper being that secure agent pick very often in our previous sort of meta lineup, but double controllers is always powerful on such a large map like Icebox, where you've got heaven, you've got mid, you've got a lot of locations where you could hold it down with some smokes. So I think that's going to be kind of a point of contention for both of these teams with their controller picks.
Yeah, I definitely think that these teams are going to have some really interesting controller picks, especially Icebox. Icebox is kind of largely regarded as like Viper's map. I think that Breeze might also be considered Viper's map at this point, but like Viper just has those niches, right? But if you take her out on a map in addition to another controller, she just becomes that much more powerful.
Absolutely correct. And when we think about Sentinels, also, Tala, I think Sage has been used so often on Icebox, especially old Icebox. But with some of these changes, her walls have changed as well. And I know there's some of these players who probably watch a lot of crazy Sage Wall YouTube videos, and I'm kind of excited to see some of those being pulled out here on Icebox. It is a map with a lot of different levels, a lot of different angles to jump on top of and kind of get the better angle on an enemy pushing onto site. So Sage maybe going to be prominent, and also Chamber as another somewhat Sentinel, somewhat Duelist player.
I think Belle definitely is that chamber one trick that we do see on Icebox, so I fully expect that Randos is gonna pull out the chamber, but SK, we've known her to play Sage on Icebox, and I think that they are going to play the Sage on Icebox, which makes me very happy uh, because she has such a strong hold over kitchen and mid, which is incredibly important for Icebox in order to find those other pathways onto the site, or just even paths into spawn. I think Icebox kind of is similar to Ascent in that way, that you can just directly walk into the defender spawn when you are on the attack, as long as you have control of mid. So it's just incredibly important to have someone who can defend it very well. Chamber can do that, but Chamber also risks losing his life when he is directly defending it. Now going into agent select, we see Sage actually locked in by Bell. Wait, hold on, Bell. I thought you only played Chamber. What happened?
What is this? Yes, we were definitely expecting a chamber pick and not this sage pick at all. And instead, it's going to be Lana, who's typically, our Sky player, our healer, who has selected chamber. I'm not too worried about Lana's shots being able to connect. That is what you need to have happen on that chamber. But either way, it's very different compositions on both sides. The KO. I'm also surprised to see back on Bunny. I didn't think that we were going to see a KO at all on Icebox, but there we go.
Yeah, I mean, KO, I think they're really getting comfortable with the KO pick on a lot of maps, but I don't know if I like the KO on Icebox. He definitely is a powerful initiator, but I don't, maybe it's just because I haven't seen it all on Icebox as an initiator pick. I just haven't seen KO being picked. Like, I think people are definitely more comfortable with the Sky. They're more comfortable with having another initiator. Definitely not KO.
Exactly. I mean, KO as an initiator, I would not fully count him out just because the pop flashes are certainly powerful and null command is a powerful ultimate to be utilized versus even the Viper's Pit or a Resurrection. But that is the main difference between these two teams. And I think what it's going to come down to is which team is going to get aggressive early on. SK already pushing on with the orb to get the orb with that wall. And now K, look at this, already basically on site, and the spike gonna get planted with so much time left on the clock. Island connecting these shots early on, but the spike still has been planted and is gonna start ticking down.
Okay, she's able to find two, but still, Dart Monkeys, they're making so much space here. Spike planted quickly. Lana, maybe she can make something happen. Oh, the Headhunter almost connects the last shot, but Autumn, she's going to figure it out and take it down, and now it is a defuse coming through for Dart Monkeys' first round.
I certainly think that the aggression that we saw from Randos is kind of descriptive of how they are going to be playing their attacker's half. You saw right off the bat Kay dashing out of sight, planting the spike very, very, very quickly, and it kind of forced Dart Monkeys to take over and to maintain their composure on the defensive half, and it did end up going in their favor. So coming into this round, they are going to be able to purchase those guns that we are expecting. Got those Spectres in their hands, and they're going to be going to more default positions again. Not really a stack anywhere, but that stack is coming out from B on the side of Randos.
On the B site they go. No, not even trying to control mid at all from this team, but Island can't really hit the shots on the Marshals right now, and they're still trying to push through on the toxic screen, but oh, with the help of the barrier orb, this is amazing, and the slow Grimoire gets a kill with the snake bite, and Autumn, she's trying to find more. Island with the 2K from up on Nest, and she wants the third. She's trying to find the shot. The shorty gets pulled out, and wait. Hold on.
I don't believe what I just saw. Was that a knife kill, Tala? Okay, I mean, when you think about getting a kill, right? That's already kind of a pat on the back. You get a gold star. But when you get a knife kill, that's like you are just a better player. You're a better person. You are suddenly God on the playing field. I cannot imagine all of the
Uh,
pride and kind of hype that that player is now feeling coming in here, but that is at least going to give a second round to Dart Monkeys on their
what?
defensive half. So far, so good.
Okay. And what a push from both SK and Island. What a duo. They're just going in very aggressive. Ibanez is finally going to answer back. Island goes down and Shaka is able to fell one of her own. Bunny Bee still trying to push aggressively. But they've activated the trademark now. But SK, she's rotating around, knows there's one in S, is just gonna swing onto Lana. Was not expecting that at all. Can't connect the shots onto Ibanez, and it's left Bunny Bee on her own in a 1v3 situation, but at least she does pick up that Vandal. Maybe can do some damage to this team. Spots out Ibanez, is climbing up to Snowman now, and Ibanez for the 4K is going to secure Randos that round. But I'm still kind of in shock of what just happened. SK, it's a really nice push up all the way into Belt to get really aggressive on the eco, and also a really nice use of the Sage wall, because you usually just see Sages play in kitchen, wall up tube, deny an entryway into kitchen and into their spawn, and make it for a safer rotation. But I really liked how aggressive they got.
And I don't know if you noticed, but that plant spot was very much out in the open for Randos. It was kind of unexpected for me because they were continuously getting pushed by the defenders, and that did end up working out in their favor. But coming into this round, we've got that spike almost being dedicated into mid. The first pick does go to Isla. It's going to be on Lana. That's the chamber down and out. And after K being tagged by the knife, I think maybe Dart Monkeys is thinking about rotating away from B side, but that is the wrong call because look at where the spike is heading. It's slowly creeping down B main, and Isla is the one who is holding the aggressive angle and waiting for that first head to push out. It's going to be Ibanez, if anyone, but the patience that we are witnessing from Randos is certainly a good thing. Drone now gonna come through, gonna clear some space for Shaka, and there we go! We do see the Viper's Pit being thrown out. K on top of this yellow tube. Great positioning, and SK forced to use the heal early on. It is man advantage though towards Dart Monkey, so a retake is most certainly still possible.
Ooh, they're able to take down the spike carriers. That's a Viper as well, so the Viper spit goes down. Kay, though, she's only able to find 2 with the Vandal and not with the Blade Storm, so that ultimate does not get put to good use, and just the swing through the toxic screen is Grimoire going to find Shaka's head. So Dart Monkeys, they've got 3 in a row, and when they are on their buy round, they are just on point.
They absolutely are, and with this 3-1 lead right off the bat, I am being reminded that as soon as we see some sort of lead creeping out for one team or another, all they do is expand it. So far so good for Dart Monkeys. They are looking right at home, and Isla having that Blade Storm still in hand for this round. I think she's going to pop it early on. She was able to save a little bit of money to continue saving money for that economy. And Dart Monkeys is going to be looking good for this round and at least one more should they lose it. But it is a full buy for Randos as well. Tour de Force popped by Lana. She needs to make some big conversions with it if they have a chance of stopping the momentum that Dart Monkeys has started.
They're just slowly creeping up onto the A site for the side of Randos now. But this time, they've positioned a player in mid. They're trying to make some headway, try and get to screens, but Lana, she finds the first blood with that tour de force. The Blade Storm on the other side is still going up, and Autumn just wrapping around slowly to the generator position. Kay, however, she's close to screens already. This is a really precarious situation. very
with
dangerous, but Island, she's gonna find that first pick. She spots another one in Maze, 2 pot shots fired, and Autumn is going to find one of her own. It's all blue on the kill feed. It's just all dart monkeys, and it's once again left up to Ibanez in a 1v4 situation. She's gotten 4Ks before, but this time they are expecting her. Grimoire holding the swing in through screens and finds that last clone kill onto the Viper.
I am loving what Dart Monkeys is doing with their defensive half. Even there, when they were about to get completely overrun with members of Randos on that A site, they were brave and they were going to continue to hold it down. And especially when there's one player left and it's in a 1v4, there is a chance for the defenders to get a little bit sloppy and to kind of be overconfident that they are obviously going to win that round. But at least the players on the side of Randos, Ibanez, that is not a player you want to take that chance with, and having a player holding every possible angle is definitely the way that Dart Monkeys is playing defense, and it's working great for them. But in this one, Grimoire, actually getting taken down by K's headshot with that Sheriff. A headshot in turn by Isla, and again, Dart Monkeys making quick work of this, but that is going to be even numbers 3-2-3.
And this is on a save as well, so this is huge, but still the Vandals are going to come in at the very end. And Lana, she's the last player standing with the Headhunter, has to go find the spike. It does get flashed by the KO as well. Misses the fragment nade, however, but it's a peek out from Island to find that last pick. And once again, Dart Monkeys, they're bringing themselves on the up and up. They've got 4 ultimates available for themselves. They've got the full buy. On the other side, Randos finally are able to get themselves on a full buy again, but they're falling into a bad pattern of the save buy, and they don't even have any ultimates available for this round. Fully expect Shaka and Bell to be fighting for those ultimate orbs on either side of the map, try and get either the Resurrection or Hunter's Fury down, but right now they just don't make any headway. They don't have any mid presence. They're just trying to 5-man a site and hope that it works out.
And they did pick the correct site because Isla has the operator in hand for this round, and the site that she is not at is A, but the site is currently being held by a very powerful Viper's Pit and a stack for Dart Monkeys with the drone getting shot down. The Hunter's Fury is going to be pulled out. Does a little bit of damage, but Bunny in that prime positioning as KO up on this sign. We are forced to see SK use that Resurrection, and Bunny maintaining this hold. 3K already on the round, and Shaka does not have Spike in hand. Grimoire cleaning it up with a swift headshot, and that is a 6th round to Dart Monkeys. Their defense is so good. They had an operator on one side and a Viper's Pit on the other, so it almost seemed like mid was the only option.
I mean, really nice positioning from Bunny B there, but the toxic screen from Ibanez was able to cut it off just a little bit, so when Autumn was popping the Hunter's Fury, technically Bunny B was guarding her body, but she had to weave in and out of the toxic screen, and Kay took advantage of that and was able to take down Autumn early. Unfortunately, the Resurrection comes into play, but in that last round, Dart Monkeys actually expended a lot of ultimates in order to be able to win. Resurrection, Hunter's Fury, and Viper's Pit were all used, so now they only have that Null Command left over, and Null Command is one of the ultimates that is just excellent for these retakes. And on the other side, now I believe Randos are either on a half buy or a save, and you said you weren't a fan of these timeouts right before the full saves.
Yeah, I definitely am not. I think the rounds that actually have the potential to switch the momentum are those buy rounds, and considering we are on a save here, I hope in their timeout they had time to discuss what
Unfortunately, I think the mic has cut out once again, but I believe she was trying to say that hopefully they had the time to discuss what they wanted to do here, and since they are on this save, it's usually the rounds on the save where maybe the defense gets a little bit overconfident, tries to overpeak, overheat, and then they can catch them out. Unfortunately, doesn't seem the case here now. They're playing very far back, but at least a plant is able to go down for the most part. Shaka does take a lot of damage for her troubles, however, and the KO and retake already starting here. Null command has gone out. Island rings true with the operator, tries to find another pick, takes out the shorty. It's just a bloodbath and maze and a meltdown on the side of Randos. Abanes finds one, but even then, Romar is going to take her down. Dart monkeys are just in their fields. Seems like tech issues still ongoing for JoJo currently, unfortunately. Hopefully she will be back soon, but that last round was a really nice round. They didn't really need the null command if you do think about it though for that retake, because even though that spike had gone down and it was a retake situation, they were against the save buy, and I don't know if that ultimate made the hugest impact since it just wasn't necessary. So now they do have the full buy on the side of Randos, hopefully now able to implement whatever they had discussed in that tactical pause. Now it seems like they're going for more of a default, something that we haven't seen just yet from them, slowing down the tempo in the early rounds and trying to take more control of mid as well, but Abanes seems to be really struggling with this hold.
That is exactly what we are seeing here. Bunny still holding on that upper location in heaven. And I'm not exactly sure what the plan is from Randos. They do not have the spike in hand. They're thinking about going into Tube, and Abanes with the Viper's Pit has the potential to take some kitchen location and space. But K still maintains this positioning outside of A, so it really could go any way. And SK with that first pick onto Ibanez, that is a big pick. That's going to mean no more Viper's Pit for Randos as they attack site. The spike has to go down quickly because this retake is going to commence very quickly for Dart Monkeys. Bunny taken down on that top location. They have been so detrimental to the Randos in that position, and now with the spike being planted, the retake on them, the last left standing, and it's K who finishes it up with that 3K on the round.
That slower tempo was very beneficial to them though, because they were able to simply wait out and try to isolate a few of the players, and Abanes trying to take mid control, it meant it messed up their retake a little bit more because they didn't have the Viper, and that is the sole controller for the A site. But right after picking up a single round, Dart Monkeys are now going to go on the timeout, just completely stop the momentum of Randos in its tracks. But Randos, they're in such a good position. They have the 4 ultimates available. On the other side, Island is 1 away from the Bladestorm, but those 4 ultimates can make a huge impact, and if they spread them out correctly, then they can just keep that ball rolling and hopefully end up at a 7-5 half.
That is exactly what Randos need to do here. Again, this is the last round, or this is the last map that they have in this final matchup, and any piece, any rock that they can hold on to get up this wall is going to be beneficial to them. That previous round looked great. They did not lose too many players, and it felt like they finally locked in their synergy and figured out how to attack on this map. But maybe an interesting kind of pause from Dart Monkeys, because they are giving Randos time to discuss what went well in that round and what to continue doing in the next rounds to maintain their winning prophecy here. But we're going to see coming into this round, it is a quick push by K into mid, already brought down to 32 HP. That is not looking good, and SK throwing a lot of util to stop that mid push, and now the spike fully rotating back over towards A. It is going to be Bunny again on this Raptors location, the solo hold, but Viper's Pit pulled out finally by Ibanez. That looks like it has the potential to secure the round as long as no members of Dart Monkeys are going to get sprayed down.
Yeah, they're able to get a pretty safe plant front site, and because this Viper's Pit gives them a lot of free reign here. Oh my gosh, Island actually able to sneak around the trademarks, and now on the flank undetected, taking down one player, takes down the Bladestorm, another shot from her, look at her go, but is sniped right out of the air. Autumn though, she makes quick work. Autumn, Shaka, does have that Hunter's Fury available, and Autumn is just looking to wait it out. Now knows that Shaka has to go all the way around. The Shock Dart does quite a bit of damage, but Autumn, she's still going to use gun and does ring true, stopping that momentum, just like probably what they talked about in that attack pause, and able to bring them up to 8.
I absolutely love when the last two players standing are the same agent because we just get to.
Oh no, Jojo. It cut out again, but I just Dart Monkeys, it was a great round from them, and it seemed like a little bit of an overheat once again from Randos trying to go really aggressive into mid, because historically Dart Monkeys just have such a grip, such a chokehold on mid because they know how important it is, and because they know how important it is, they take Island with the operator into tube, and K, that Blade Storm being popped, gives them absolutely no value. It just seems like they are really struggling to find a way into this game. Now on a save, Autumn spamming some utility, and Shock Dart. Shaka is able to take down Autumn though. That's a huge pick onto the Sova, but Bunny B is ready for the refrag.
And now it just comes down to, can they get the spike planted in time? They've got a full minute left, but now with Ibanez location being spotted out and SK getting that headshot onto Bell, lots of shots by Island. Oh my gosh, and Island able to clutch it out completely, giving a 9th round to Dart Monkeys. This is a huge lead. The best that Randos can hope for is a 9-3 half.
Yeah, 9-3. I mean, they have the 2 ultimates available. They can potentially make this a 6v5 as long as they bring that resurrection into play. But honestly, Belle doesn't look like she's having the best game here. And I don't know if they should have switched Lana onto that chamber, because Belle was so good with the chamber. And it seems like Lana and Belle, both really struggling, are bringing down the squad a lot here. And it's just an unfortunate situation with the team comps. Kay working overtime a little bit, but now this next round they're creeping up onto the A site. I think they just never been able to successfully take mid, and they need it, but so much info off that 0 point. So now Dart Monkeys, they got a lot of information on where these players are.
They are exactly completely aware of the location of these players at this point, and now with this aggression onto A, it's quickly thwarted by Bunnies. Quick headshot onto K, and now with the Hunter's Fury, we're just gonna see a backup from Randos.
Ooh.
Shaka escaping with their life, 9 HP. That is not good.
Oh my goodness. Island though, oh my god, she turns away. Is it the right time? SK, she gets the refrag, but that was bad timing on Island's part. Even as though she's finally able to make her way up screens, but Bunny Bee is quicker to the trigger, and now Spike is in such a bad position for the last 2 attackers. Not sure if they can hope for this 9-3 now. Maybe the resurrection coming into play, but there is no safe position for her to get this resurrection off. Doesn't have the barrier orb either, and Bunny B goes huge for 4, and it's double digits in the first half.
And again, Kala, it's a 10-2 half. This is looking like easy pickings for Dart Monkey, almost like they are feeling it at this point, and this is kind of what we predicted in the pre-show for this final map. They were ready coming in. They had that second map in their pocket, and they kind of just woke up in the second half of Split, but not in time to secure that map. So this is already a great showing from Dart Monkeys. They are showing how they won so many of our previous Game Changers Academy, and it's actually putting the spot on Randos. Guys, you gotta pick it up. You've already got like 3 rounds to go, and Dart Monkeys is gonna secure another title.
Yeah, and now they're able to just walk up mid with the help of the barrier orb, and it's just like showing what a difference this team has when they come to practicing this map, taking control of kitchen. But actually, it is going to be randos who are finding the kills. Autumn is on the site with the spike, but she's not safe to plant it. She's down to such low HP, but Grimoire, she's got a good flank, and she just needs to hit the shots. Is able to find the first, find the second even, but Lana shuts it down, and it means that Rando's a lot less danger now, considering they have gotten that first pistol.
That is the start. As I was saying, that's the start that we were hoping for from Randos. They needed to win that pistol, and they need to convert this second round to maintain their edge in this game. With a lead that is 7 rounds, it is very easy to kind of get caught up in what happened in the previous rounds. But with the new half, it's a new, refreshing position. You've got to play for different objectives, and that is what I'm noticing Randos is doing. Now they're going to be on the better guns. They're going to maybe get a little bit aggressive here. I'm seeing a push out of B, but the spike instead is heading over to A.
Spike just making its way all the way up onto A. They don't care. They're just literally stomping because this is an ego, but look at Island's position. She got up here so quickly and is actually able to avoid Ibanez. She doesn't know, but Shaka, she's going to ring true with the Spectre there. So at least Island goes down. Precarious position is taken out, and now they're just trying to find their way onto this A site without their main duelist. And that is the weakness of having that duelist lurk. Bunny Bee, she's hitting her shots, but it's just all blue in the kill feed. And Bunny Bee, can she hit all the shots? She cannot.
Yeah, the pinch at the end there was just a little bit too much for her to deal with, and that is actually a round we expected to go in favor of Randos, and that is exactly what we saw. They had the better guns. They're going to be on their bonus, but on the other side, Dart Monkeys finally being able to purchase full rifles, and this is where we finally get to see how good they actually are at attacking on Icebox, and this is where they got the guns to be able to prove that. They do not have any ultimates either, but neither side does, and the only thing that could potentially stop them for Randos is Kay with that operator, but she's holding out mid.
Oh, I mean, first shot by Lana, Island taken down. This is nice. It's actually that Randos decided not to bonus. They need every round that they can get, so they buy into the rifles here. And now they're trying to hold down the B site. Abana is going very aggressive now, wrapping around Yellow onto Bunny Bee. SK can only find one for the refrag, maybe picking up the ultimate orb, but not even close to the resurrection. It's just not going to happen here. And they have Grimoire still up, so they have the smokes, but the toxic screen has already been put down as the poison orb just is not online. So they're kind of stuck in a really tough position because the only place that they can go where they will have safe smokes is going to be that B site. They also have the barrier orb, so a good wall can protect them, but now spotted out by Ibanez, so they know that they're still there and just trying to stall them out more with Snakebite. Ibanez once again playing around her own wall, going aggressive, wrapping around that toxic screen, but Grimoire trying to go in through mid. Kay actually does spot her head, a little bit of shots spammed, but the operator once again going to ring out true, and oh, what a shot by Kay to bring them up to 5.
Absolutely brilliant shots with the operator. When you have that gun online, you want to use it as best as you can, and even you saw the jumping sage there, but it didn't matter because Kay with the operator was ready for all of these jump peaks. It was brave of Grimoire to try and take on that 1v1 battle, but just ended up not working out. And so there you go. Suddenly this gap is starting to close. We've only got a 5-round lead at this point, and Randos are maybe finally feeling that fire underneath them, knowing that this is kind of their last chance, and they have forced Dart Monkeys onto a full save in this round, and that stack looks like it's going to come over to A.
Dart Monkeys, they're struggling on the offense a little bit here. They have the save buy, and I'm not sure if they can do much really. Oh my god, right as I say that, Island just decides to prove me wrong, and she's able to take down Shaga. Bunny Bee as well, finding her own pick. And now they picked up 2 free guns for themselves, able to retreat in a good post-plant position. They most definitely have lineups as well. Kay has to retake with the operator and whiffs the shot as well onto Island. This isn't going so well so far, and the information is also there from the KO's knife as well. SK still sitting on the site. They destroy that recon bolt, but they still get the ping here. A lot of utility being thrown as well, and Autumn, her shots are so good. It's up to Kay to just clutch it out. She pulls out the Blade Storm. It's not enough.
And this Tala is not what I expected. It was actually a saved round completely that ended up going in favor of Dart Monkeys. And knowing that, that kind of just shows how much they do know how to attack on Icebox, but maybe just some mistakes in the previous 3 rounds made that impossible for them. But it's a great start in this half. They came into the half with a 10-2 lead. Now they're finally at 11, and that means 2 more rounds and they're gonna wrap this up, tie a pretty bow on it, and ship it out for this Game Changers Academy. But I think Randos certainly has a little bit of fight left in them, and with this round, they've got a full buy alongside Dart Monkeys, so they can certainly make something happen still.
The only thing is Dart Monkeys do have wait, hold on. Grimoire, she turned so fast there and takes out Kay. I was going to say they do have an ultimate available, and that's the null command. So taking down all of that defensive utility as they head onto the site, especially this Viper. So you can deactivate her wall with a well-placed 0 point or null command, and there it is. That wall has to go down. Abanis, she's got nothing left for herself, so she's got to retreat, and it's pretty much a free site. Shaka, though, she's on the flank, and Belle is rounding as well. Autumn is able to find one. She finds both of the flankers to give themselves a safe flank watch. And now Island, she's making space. It's all left to Abanis. First on the site, last to die. And now she's just in a 1v3 situation.
It's very, very tricky. Not a ton of utility to throw onto this site, especially with that Sage Wall blocking a massive part of the site. But the task is you have to go for the defuse. You have to, because a loss here means match point for Dart Monkeys. Ibanez trying her best to wrap around, gets spotted out, takes down one, but it's 2 more on the board. SK wanting to get aggressive, and no!
No!
Tala! No,
Oh no, not again!
What is this?
Oh my god, that was disrespectful. That was dis. But now they are making their way up to match point. And if Abanas, because oh my goodness, I was looking at the economy in the last round and I wasn't worth mentioning, but they don't have the money for match point. They are on a thrifty, fractured buy for match point with only the Viper's Pit available. At least they have that single ultimate. Shaka very close to the Hunter's Fury as well, but oh my god, what a start. Island is able to find the first, and a Hunter's Fury coming out from Autumn is going to clear up some space for SK, and she also gets that resurrection off onto Island as well. Their duelists back online. The Viper's Pit activated on top of 410. K now has to deal with an ulted Jet, and it's just all left up to Belle on match point. Map 3 of the series for all the marbles, and they're just trying to knife her. Island, she gets the knife in the end, but it's the Blade Storm, and now 13-5 for Dart Monkeys on Icebox.
I mean, kind of a shocking turn of events at the end there. Dart Monkeys bringing it out. They had a very, very decisive half and finally were able to close it out in the end. And I know it was a Jet knife kill, but the last kill of the match was, in fact, a knife kill.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if I learned something from that game, I guess I can say that Dart Monkeys love knifing people for sure. It was disrespectful, but also very entertaining at the same time. Although epitomes, I do have to say, it was exciting to watch the game because at the beginning, honestly, my palms were sweaty for Dart Monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, Dart Monkeys, when we first saw them play on Icebox, they were just off to a very slow start, right? So you watch them, and now they come back, and they seem like a completely different team. It was such good adaptations on every single defensive round. They come to the attack, and they're not really sure where to go at first, but then they
Mhm.
start adapting to the way that randos are playing. And it's also the fact that they are a team. They have the IGL. They have a coach. They've played together before. They've made it very far together at playing with one another. Meanwhile, Randos is a pug team, and while they make it to the grand finals, is it enough?
I mean, one map is pretty good to start off, but of course, one map isn't really all you need to win out a series. So it really is going to be Dart Monkeys holding the championship belt over their heads. Of course, I mean, being the only unsigned team to be able to hit that top eight in the main bracket of game changers is game changing, right? So of course, this team wouldn't be surprised if they got signed anytime soon. But JoJo, watching this game, it was extremely entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, between that first and that second map, I really wasn't sure who was going to bring it home. I thought there was a chance we could get a 2-0 with Randos winning out on their map pick of Fracture, a shocking map pick as is. But coming into Icebox, I certainly wasn't expecting Dart Monkeys to take it by storm, which is most definitely
Oh no. Well, I mean, you Jojo, finish your thought.
that's sorry. That's certainly what they did, and they kind of showed us that they have a reason that they won in those previous Game Changers academies, and maybe they just had a little bit of a slow start coming out.
Yeah, most definitely. But of course, this was the end, right? Dart Monkeys being able to win out this Game Changers Academy, nothing else after this. So, do you guys have any parting words, to give to the audience?
I definitely think that Dart Monkeys, they played excellently, and I expect them to go pretty far. It's always that first map. They're a little bit slow to start, but they always end up coming out on top. And I really love the way that they play. It was really entertaining, and of course, thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting these teams in the final matchup of the Game Changers Academy.
I most certainly agree. I think Dart Monkeys has a bright future ahead, and that does not just count randos. I mean, they came into this as a team who kind of just meshed together to try and figure out if they could win this, and making it to finals. That's a big, big accomplishment. So GG's to them and every team who competed in this month's GCA, and I certainly hope to see some of them return in the future.
And they most likely will, but we do have to close this off. I wanted to give a big thanks to production because without them, this wouldn't be a thing. Thank you, Cherry, Comfort, as well as KC, Honey Crisp. If you guys want to follow their socials, please do. But we do have to go. Thank you guys. Please follow Epitomes and JoJo as well. And I am Gompers. Thank you guys for joining me, as well as thank you to our sponsors, AIM Labs and Verizon. We'll see you guys in the next Game Changers next month.